if you can make the case for the big picture future, and most people can't see it, that is the single best opportunity you will ever be given. Consensus is not, you must follow my rules.
Yes.
And if not, you're polluting this, because all you're actually doing is driving people away. Always in psychology, the thing you fear the most is the thing you manifest. And those are opportunities. Every time it does, it's a life-changing risk reward. We've been in the business for a long time. You never get these in your lifetime. The big breakthrough of what crypto does is the incentive-based program of you can participate in the network and make money and still believe in it, right? So it doesn't matter. You don't have to be that Bitcoin libertarian who wants to fight for total privacy and total freedom. It's not fucking relevant. It is to them, and that's their fight, and that's fine, right? Everybody has a different reason. But what I'm seeing is massive corporate adoption. I don't think anybody realizes Ticketmaster have distributed 10 million NFTs. Right, all of tickets are going on to Web3. Everything. So if we want to talk about how to get to the next 100 million, it'll happen at paces we don't yet understand. There are many of these Web3 projects of corporates that we don't even know about that have put millions of people into this economy. Money and making money is not a use case for everybody. It's a use case for people who want to invest and want to make money out of it. But the enabling of blockchain technology at scale is something we won't even notice. I mean, I've seen there's some amazing wallets like Vatum who don't even know what blockchain your tokens are on. It doesn't matter. Right? So you don't do this, long string, all of this, you drag and drop, and it can be Solana, it could be ETH, it could be anything, and it works. It's like, and then it won't become that, because then I go to a concert, I get a ticket, my ticket goes into my wallet, that becomes a memento, it may give me unlock to other access, something else. So there's so much coming. So the next billion people are not going to be buying Bitcoin. There are a bunch of people who don't care about adoption per se. They want adoption on their terms. Now, having been around for a while, things don't happen on your terms. You can't dictate terms. However hard you try, you can't. You accept the terms of this distributed network of millions of people who are using cryptocurrency. That will be where it goes. That's consensus. Consensus is not, you must follow my rules.
Yes.
And if not, you're polluting this, because all you're actually doing is driving people away. It's, the more fundamental side of religion pushes more people away than the more moderate side of religion, which is more accepting. It's so obvious, and always in psychology, the thing you fear the most is the thing you manifest. Money is not the only thing that Web3 solves here. There's a gazillion things of which the Bitcoin blockchain in its current state does not solve. And that's okay. These are different things. Because financial markets are all a history of all of us being an idiot and making wrong decisions. And they are scared of it. They're really scared of it. It's very hard to get them to have enough conviction. But when they do, they stick around. But you can see it. They get very wavery. But I explain to people all the time, it's like, we've already said it's a 100 vol asset class. It will have 75% drawdowns, and those are opportunities. Every time it does, it's a life-changing risk reward. So even if now, I think we all think the low is in, but let's assume it's not. Let's say there's another 50% downside from here. Well, the upside, when you get to these kind of levels after the sell-off, is about 10 to 20x. So 50 basis points downside, 10 to 20x upside. Mooch, we've been in the business for a long time. You never get these opportunities in your lifetime. I went back and looked at all the times I traded Bitcoin from 2013 when I first got in at 200. I rode it up. It went up to 2,000 to 1,000. So it went up 5x in 2 months. Went all the way back down 85%. I just held it because I wanted to treat it like an option. I wanted to see, and I had a 10-year view. And I said, listen, it's probably going to 100,000, worst case, 1 million, best case, over the next 10 to 20 years. So I held it, it went back 85%, it rallied all the way back up, and I got out during the forking wars in 17, and I've made 10 times my money and thought I was a genius. It went up another 10x and then came back down again, so it was fine. I went back and did the maths on my much smaller position that I started with versus the much bigger when I really went in, irresponsibly long in 2020. If I'd have just held my original stake, I'd have made 5 times as much money by not. And I traded it well. I made money every time. And if I'd have just held it, I'd have made 5x. If I'd have just doubled, just keep adding my original stake every time it sold off in the big cycles and got down to that 5-year moving average, I'd have made 25x. I'm like, Raoul, you're a fucking idiot. If you can make the case for the big picture future, and most people can't see it, that is the single best opportunity you will ever be given. I have a few different tokens. My main bets are Ethereum and Solana. But like Mooch, I have no idea whether Solana's going to be something or not. I think it probably is, because the network adoption seems to be as high as anything else, but the world can change fast. So, outside of that, I have a basket of equally weighted stuff, because I assume I'm an idiot and don't know how to choose the right things. So I've got that, and then that's why I set up a fund of hedge funds, because I'd rather give my money to a bunch of people whose job is to go and find what is the next 100x or 1000x than try and do it myself, because it's complicated. Just keep my eye on it all, see what's moving, see how it works. Well, the market cap of the space goes from whatever it is today, $1 trillion, to $200 trillion. Throw out these numbers. People don't realize the world has never seen an accumulation of wealth like that in history. I mean, this would be the shortest period of time of the largest accumulation of wealth ever seen. So even if I'm wrong, let's say I'm a total moron and I'm wrong by 90%. Well, 20 trillion, 1 trillion, I'll still take that bet, because it's still the best bet in the world. And that's by me being wrong by 90%.